On this beautiful Monday afternoon, another party being chased on a Nima. Why is it being chased? Oh yes, it's been worked on.
The flesh is forever. The white on the flesh is for purity. The star is for republic. The blue is for black people. We know, Liberia.
Oh yes, it's in Monrovia.
The Declaration of Independence.
So we said trying to resolve these technical glitches here brings our work. Why was Prince Johnson youth chair? Mr. Sam Malabu Pele, driven out of Nima County. The man says he's in hiding as we speak. The sound is back. Alex Flomo, thank you. Thank you so much, Alex Flomo from Bond County. He said the sound is back. Moonful. Funeral of Prince Yelugbe Johnson in Nima County. Political speeches were made. After these speeches online, the fact that he lived as a man, he lived as a warrior, he lived as a politician, he died as a religious man, and buried as a traditional man. Prince Johnson His legacy lives on.
Liberia, never.
Police Inspector General Gregory Coleman Brust. Police criminality on the highway. Police officers detained for broader robbery. What has been done to improve the lives of these police officers on the highway? Busting their correction web, improving their lives, living in destitute, living in slum communities, in poverty. How does that help the country? Why is former Liberian President George Open Manang Begugbe Sekoze for the crown? Chirate Tarantabewia now recognizing Richard Nangbekun as a Speaker of the House. Refuses to recognize him at Prince Johnson funeral. Matanake Tingba, one time Deputy Minister, Ministry of Internal Affairs, and Nima County Representative in the 55th Legislature, speaks boom with Samuel Koga. He says the man stole the traditional loaf of Nima County. He's not like Johnson. Why should he jump off the body of Prince Johnson for those to eat a amount of time? Is he stealing the show from the Mayans? President Joseph Newman Pwaka launches the GOA arrest agenda. Arrest for inclusive development. This is a fifth it's not proper, but it's a fifth development agenda launched in Poso, Liberia. The government says 4, but it is actually 5. If you add Charles Taylor Vision 2024 there, it makes it 5. Why are you excluding Charles Taylor? No, Charles Taylor was part of it. He was the one that carved that one, Vision 2024. Even though it was not actualized this year or last year, but he was the one who made the first vision for our country. Followed by Ellen Johnson's son. Followed by Begugbe. Followed by Joseph Newman Bwaka. Twice it was on Ellen Johnson's study. Twice on Ellen Johnson's study. Welcome to the show. The Nation's Heavenly J. My name is Jala Grayfield. Let us say, coming Yale one took out. Coming Zubawam. Let me welcome the man who is here called George Weyi. He will be on my side every day, getting some wisdom from where the fountain of wisdom comes from. George, welcome, and he will tell us what's happening today from the cash giveaway. Yes, George.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jala, and I'm glad once more to be with you this afternoon on Bits and Pieces. This is one of the biggest and the much talked about platform in Liberia. I'm always glad to be with you on Bits and Pieces. It's a great day to be here. This afternoon, I'm glad to be here. And today, for the cash giveaway, you have to play with only $100 Liberian dollars, and you win 4,000 Liberian dollars. Star 799 hash. You OK, and you select number 8 for Voice of Liberia, and you put in your 100 LD, and you stand a chance to win 4,000 Liberian dollars. So continue to play as we go through the discussion this afternoon. You have to play continuously.
And the more you play, the more you win, you know. You don't have to wait after you play, you allow time to pass. I'm told the best way to do so, if you play, you keep playing more than 3 times before you rest. Or else, when you leave it and time passes by and you come back again, it hampers your chances of winning. So just play 3 times and wait, or play more time. When you stop, the chances of winning gets limited. That's what I'm getting from the queen of the cash giveaway, the queens. Simira Wola and KOLLEH. Lorina KOLLEH. That's what they say to me every time when I hear them, they say that. So let's go to the guys who join us already for a few minutes and then go to our discussion point.
Download your favorite song at originalhits.com.
Because of the time the locusts have eaten, I may not read the comments, but I'll recognize the guys who joined us. I'll read a few of the comments. Bawala James, welcome. He said no sound earlier. Theodosia D, we are welcome. Theodosia. Patience and Mensa, welcome. Alex Flomo, welcome. Gray Joan Gray, welcome. Alex Flomo said the sun is back. Peter one day. Washington Crown Hill. Paola James is good now, he said. Alex Flomo. Watching from his office in Swakoko, Bon County, in Kari. Abraham Deco Jala. It is okay, he said. Mary Tule. Good afternoon, Voice of Liberia FM. She watches us on New Georgia Estate. Prince Young. Watching from somewhere in his business area. Green Drop Boy Town Marshall Waka PM Tamido. Watching from Providence, Rhode Island, the USA. He said, thanks, Jala. Dayton Wulajedo, the proper defender. Watching from Looking Town. John Dixon. Good afternoon, Jala Griffin. I'm watching from Toyota Bon County. It's John Dixon. From us, Double Mumbulu. Watching from Capitol Hill. Aman Nebe. Watching from somewhere. It's political capital of Electoral District number 15. A.B. Jabate watching from somewhere around his office in Western Cluster. Wilkin Boyman watching from Carwell. Kobe Roberto Casimiro watching from 10th Street. Jack Yakbawul Molba watching. John Kessler, my young brother and friend. Welcome to the show, John Kessler from 10th Street, 12th Street area. Is that Jack Yakbawulo watching from Bon County. KJ Mayu. Good morning, Fossil Liberia. I'm watching you from the states of Delaware, the USA. My man Donald Trump is being inaugurated today. I cannot wait to see the inauguration. A very good man. Frank Tomin says, good afternoon, Jala. Watching you from Hong Kong. Prince Gito watching from somewhere on the Pueblo Road. George Watkins Jr. following. B. Mohammed Sherry watching from South Korea. John Kessler is watching from Capitol Building. Sarah Koyon watching from Nima County. Sherman P.S. Dobov, good afternoon, he says. My young brother from Methodist Radio. Hope we interface with you by all costs, man. Van Sorry watching from Amagashi area. Destiny Child watching us. Oh, yes. Glipos to the show. But nobody is his mate. Preston Talbot. I'm watching from Soakland area. Pinson City. Watson Johnson. Bang, 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 bang. And Moses Watson Johnson watches me from the RAA area. That's the Integrated House of Liberia. That's my man, Augustine Kawa. The Vasiri man. Eleanor White. Washington Carwell is Eleanor White. Yata Dussel. Watching from Philadelphia, USA is Yata Dussel. Aliu Kamara, say hi, guys. Darlington Coppercell watching from Comodia, Pennsylvania. Saturday, Zonaway, Wonderware, watching from the USA. Darlington Rep Kraku, watching from somewhere in Johnsonville. George Watkins Jr., welcome. This is Bits and Pieces. I'm the nation's Heavenly J. My name is Jala Griffield. Now, let me move on. On the weekend, or last week or so, the government of Liberia, honoring His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Joseph Newman Boakai, launched another development agenda for the country that will address the issue of poverty, the rule of law, inequality, employment, and all of those. If my memory sets me right, these agenda for developments started on former Liberian President Charles Taylor before he was ousted out of this country. He thought that Vision 2024 last year, if those things he put together on paper were done by 2024, Liberia would have been a better country to live in. But unfortunately, Mr. Taylor was removed from power after Uncle Sam spoke. And I listened to that resounding voice from George Bush on the beautiful afternoon on Focus on Africa. Charles Taylor must leave. And the whole country broke into celebration. I was then at Radio Veritas as a reporter, took my microphone, ran after the guys in the street jubilating. And days after, Taylor left the country. But he started with Vision 2024. Ellen came and brought a PAPD for the first, second term. George came with a proper agenda for development. Then this government said, arrest agenda for inclusive development. But this one, and my thought has been that every time the new government comes in, whatsoever is propounded or brought on board by the other government, by the past government, it is now worked on, it is put aside, and new ideas come on. But what I'm getting from this government is that this one will be legislated. And once it is legislated, it becomes a document that even government after Joseph Boakai can work with that document. Unless that government wants to be insensitive to what they've done, they will take it off. But we hope that it is worked on. Winston Logan, welcome from the Old Road. Nelson Down, welcome as well. So the government says this development agenda will help to address the issue of inequality. It will help to address the issue of poverty, road connectivity, and all of those. It's a long document. I will take a time if I'm doing a monologue for at least 1 hour because my board is loaded with a lot of things. I will talk about it for a longer time to that set it to get an understanding from you Liberian people, how you understand it. But every time the government comes with a new thing, it's good to look into them and see the good things. And I must applaud the government for this new idea. If he didn't take George Weah's proper agenda that he launched in Ganta at the time, that has to do with development and all of these things, because many of the things in this arrest agenda called AARD captures some of the things that were in George Weah's agenda. It's just that this one covers very minute portion of Mr. Weah's agenda as well. Mr. Weah's own agenda covers minute portion of Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf's manifesto as well. And on Ellen, it did not even capture anything about Charles Taylor. Go and watch and see. Go and read and see. So everybody comes, he or she brings in his or own idea. But if the idea works for the country, it becomes better for every one of us. So let me say thank you to the government, driven by the Minister of Finance and Development Planning, Augustine Kpeye Gaffon and his team, for carving this document. That's why we say government is continuity. If this government has done something good, the past government did something good, you have to do something for Isa and put it in there 1 year. Once it is legislated, according to what I'm getting from some people in the government, another government that comes will not take it out because it is before it is by law that you must work towards it. If Joseph Boakai government say this road from Monrovia or from Salaye will face it to go to Menikoma, around the Sierra Leone border in Foya area there, let it be done. So when Mr. Cummins comes tomorrow, or Mr. Weah comes tomorrow, or Mr. Who else comes tomorrow, he or she will not deviate from it. It becomes a law that will be binding on the government to work with.
And Jala is a very good strategy, like you said. And we hope that this won't just be another political message this time around. Mind you, this too is Liberia. The issue of implementation is a major thing for Liberia. Somebody would say it's a major challenge. Politicians that we've elected and the issue of implementation has been a very major problem for us. It's a very good strategy, especially having it into legislation is a very good thing. But we hope that it will be implemented this time around, and whatever that will be legislated will be looked at skeptically by our leaders that we elect, especially lawmakers, because sometimes what happens sometimes is that when these when some of these things are legislated, when you have the executive not going to the legislature sometimes with envelope and other things, it makes it difficult for some of the things they talk about, or some of what they made as laws to have it implemented. It makes it difficult to be implemented on grounds that probably no brown envelope has gone to the legislature, so it makes it difficult to get implemented. But looking at the strategies that this government is trying to bring up, if it is implemented, I think it will be a very good one. And we called on the president to work with the House of Representatives to ensure that it is legislated, and so that we can have at least a different Liberia in a very
All
short
right.
period of time.
Let me welcome Mr. Nelson Down. Welcome. Wilson Logan, welcome. I want to read the comments because I don't have much time. Zach Sanko, welcome. Fude M. Yang, welcome. Opa Hammond, welcome from Habel Magibi County. Nina Kuya, welcome. She said, hi guys. Burgess OK Lamadan, welcome from District 6. David Johnson, welcome as well. David Johnson, Fude M. Yang. I will read the comments later. I can't read all of them because time is in my favor rather. Last week, I saw a post from the Inspector General of Liberia Police, Gregory Coleman, displaying money that he said was seized in a plastic bag from some police officers along the route. From Ganta, he was not specific, but I know most of the time these police patrol cars are just around Carisburg and that number 7, and they don't go very far. They set an ambush to take money from drivers. And those monies, whether US were in there or not, but I know they were monies. So he burst into their cohort. They had this corruption thing, plastic bag and black plastic. And he posted on Facebook that he saw these guys with this sum of money in a plastic bag. I don't know when he got to know that these police officers, it is a normal routine. It is not just on the highway, but it is even at the market centers, at red light, in Douala, everywhere. The guys are stealing money from taxi drivers. And so I began by saying thank you to him for such a brilliant move. But when did he know that these police officers are taking money from people because they want to be corrupt? So Mr. Gregory Coleman said his move was to have these guys turn over to the professional standard division of the police. But at 4 o'clock, on the flip side, 4 o'clock, retired Army Captain Jerry Colley will be my guest. We shall talk national security matters and other political matters. Former AFL captain, retired Captain Jerry Colley will be my guest on the flip side, 4 o'clock. We shall talk so many things around our country security. So he said they were being turned over to the LMP Professional Standard Division for questioning. And I said, kudos. Nobody encourages corruption in any sector of the government, whether it is in the police, in the military, or in the immigration, or the joint security at all. Nobody encourages that. But when you're doing things of that nature, you need to be very cautious of the fact that you have to make the lives of the people who are in these areas better and see if they will do something unorthodox, which it did according to you. Because I saw the prima facie, I saw the monies you collected from them. And I saw one man standing there, very vexed, one police officer. The other man was vexed. That police man was vexed because the man was vexed because he has hustled the whole day. He has to go put his susu. Because every month he got to put that susu. Then at the end of the month, they go collect the money. They will pay their house rent, pay their children's school fees, and then pay for food and everything. The man hustle whole day. Plastic got full. You want you to the plastic for him. You say you can't go put him in jail and can tell you all the professional standard division. The guy was vexed. The black guy in that black t-shirt. The man was actually vexed. If that man had his own way, he would have slapped Gregory Coleman that very day. So he brushed them, and the guys were turned over to the professional standard division. I was alerted that after public scrutiny of his action, including me, that wrote a post on Facebook that provided him some education and pieces of advice, he resented his decision and said that he acknowledges the fact that the police are facing problems, but these are the problems. Gregory Coleman knows that the men in the blues are underpaid. A police officer who is a patrolman makes $110 with $8,000 to $10,000 Liberian dollars. And PSU officer makes around $200 with small liberty on it. I know some officers in the police who have gotten master degrees, who have gotten a bachelor degree, one bachelor, two master degrees. They've been paid $181 with $15,000 to $13,000 based on your camaraderie with the police inspector general. Well, to what extent has Gregory Coleman tried to improve the livelihood of these police officers? Because these are things they promised while they were in the opposition.
Mm-hmm.
And these were the social contract they signed with the people of Liberia, better health care. And that was signed with the police as well. Better health care, good living condition, and all of those. That's the foundation of the social contract theory. Giving power, I will give you social benefits. And these social benefits include better living wages for people who work in the government and those in the private sector. But the police officer in the country, a whole year, he doesn't choose his uniform. How many times do you supply police officers in this country uniform? When it comes, it is given to a hierarchy. You see, from the 100 to the 107 down to 105, 104, they are all dressed up, neatly attired. They are in air-conditioned vehicles moving around, staring over them. But for the other guys, they say, the hell with you? The hell will you go stand up in the sun? So you leave these guys at the mercy of the public. Myself, when I drive. When I drive around from my house, I see an officer there who I'm very familiar with. Put my hands there, I get some 200, 300, I go to him. You know. So some people are moved by compassion for these guys. They stand under the scorching sun, they stand under the rain, and then they work while you are in your offices with air condition, like where I'm seated. You don't know the conditions of these people. Their children have to go to school, they have to pay school fees, their rent. As we speak, there are over 350 police officers that were trained on a George Weah. They graduated January last year, and they are not being placed on salary. I have talked about them here over and over and again. They've come here, they have apologized, they appeal rather to the government to put them on salary. They don't have salary. What do you expect such a police officer to do? He comes to the academy very rep, very robust, very exuberant to move and do his job. But yet, you deny him salary. You leave the public at his mercy. They are the ones harassing people at Red Light, Douala, Barnaby Johnson, everywhere. So the guys will be left with nothing but to corrupt the society. Gregory Coleman has traveled. His deputies have traveled in no policing. He has a very assertive deputy, 104, who is a lawyer. He has traveled. They see the lives of police officers in Ghana right here, Ghana. See a Ghanaian female police, a female officer. See how she's dressed. I'm driving, I'm in a Uber from Oso coming towards the Liberian embassy in Accra. You see one female standing there, a male police officer. You see them, the way they are attired, you get them respect and courtesy. But you see one of our police officers here, yeah, he comes selling potato greens. Very dirty up, rag it up. And these are the ones that are running after the keke riders. And desert drivers are around here. But have you gone to a place like the places like Sierra Leone right here? I think the police inspector general needs to send people around and see. Or they know these things, but they don't want to do it. Right here in Sierra Leone, which is a British colony. Right here around this place called Bo. Go there. Go to Freetown South. The police have barracks for the officers. They have schools in those barracks. Their children go to school on the government of Sierra Leone. It still happens, I'm told, in Guinea. And I'm told in many of the West African countries. What can you learn from that? If you improve the lives of these police officers, and they come to do some things that are unethical, when you are dealing with them, we'll be clapping for you. But you want to go and show a showmanship. You get big body, your arm big, so you're walking, you rocking your body, then you're moving there, you're rocking your body. They say the policeman working, you working. You're doing nothing. Fine, you're not doing. You're not doing fine. Great.
And so
Let me just end.
yeah, go ahead.
What you're not doing. This is the showmanship you're on. And I like what you said. Thanks to my colleague, Mr. Watson Johnson, who sent me his response, that he acknowledges that there are problems in the police. And so they will work on it. How long you been working on it? 1 year ago. When you were not there, you were not police officer, you were sitting in America, you saw all the holes that were here that you were not going on part of Sulu. You've been there 1 year. What have you done to change the lives of the police officers? They are still the same dirty people, dirty police officers. Sorry for my language. But the way they appear, they are still looking dirty. They're not clean, some of them. And they said they are fault because you're not paying them. The record needs to be paying them. If you have these officers in barracks around here, there's children going to school, they have no housing allowance to pay to renters around here. Even if you pay them 175, they will live better lives. One day I saw him coming. So one police officer is an inspector, he doesn't have a lesson or he's driving a car. He disembarked his vehicle, running to the man as though this man is inspector, you get police, you get what you gonna say, license, and as you, I'll give you the ticket, go and pay and come back to my office. You stop this showmanship around here and do what is right. If the intent is to enrich yourself at the expense of the police officers, then you shouldn't be there. And I always said in this country, Gravity's action in this country will plunge this country into unending chaos that will have a very bad effect on the Joseph Newman Burger government. He suddenly appears as exuberant, so he's doing nothing. He just on showmanship. Where in this world you see an African police officer, a country like Liberia, third world country like Liberia, a police director rides a $100,000 vehicle. Go and see Burkina Faso, the president of Burkina Faso, that young man who took over in a coup. How he has brought Burkina Faso where it is today. That man rides a pickup in Burkina Faso. He doesn't ride a convoy. If he rides a convoy, maybe he's going on occasion, but he drives alone. The man has improved agriculture. The GDP of Burkina Faso has gone up to a higher extent. I will read everything tomorrow. I will do some research about it. I will tell you how that guy has improved the lives of Burkinabes and the economy is booming. So it tells you if the president is performing that way, all his lieutenants are performing. The car Gregory drives here is more expensive than the president of Burkina Faso car. How do you carry on law enforcement? If you're going to go to places like Zredru or Maryland, in the rainy season when the road is spoiled, do you carry such as SUV there? I didn't think so. But we need to move from this thing. It's not okay for our country. Liberia deserves better. You were sitting outside there, you never saw anything better for this country. You saw everything was wrong. You've come to change the situation. That's the intent of a rescue mission. And when you do the right thing, we'll praise you for it. The other day I was talking about LPRC. How the young man Amos has transformed that place. Right now, the US rate is going up. It's commensurating with the gasoline price. It's going up 700, 710 some places. When the rate goes up, it commensurates with the supply on the market. But they managed to make it stable for 1 year, which is good. And I would not mince my words from praising the government when the government does the right thing. That's why I said to you that this platform will be very balanced and everyone will have that time on this platform. Let me give a brief speech to Josh.
And so, Jala, thank you so much. The other day I saw that read up on Facebook, and I was like wondering whether it is the first of a kind for the police RG to receive such an information that he decided to run to.
They're always receiving them.
Or as to whether.
But the good thing is that the man who is the patrol chief of the police, he knows about the money collected from by these guys. So you saw the guys with black plastic bag, right? What they do is that they sit to that place, they collect the money from the taxi drivers and go with people. When they give them, they put in the plastic bag. At the end of the day, they distribute the money among themselves and go pay that susu. In that same money, the man who is a highway patrol chief has his cut there.
Okay.
So imagine deploying 4 patrol cars. One goes to Banga Highway, one goes to Buchanan, another goes to Bombing Highway. 3 locations. And
Okay. So let's agree. One would say it is illegal. But again, I like the way you place it, Jala. The thing is, as a very good administrator, what you firstly need to do, sit and ask yourself and do your investigation as to what's the cost of what's happening within the police. Why are these guys collecting money from people? Is it that they live in abject poverty, or what's the earning, or
But you need not to be a rocket scientist to know that, Josh. You need not be a Grand Cayman County medicine man that said he made medicine for, he had to close that door.
Yeah.
That said he made medicine for Cayman to come to town before you know that the police people living in poverty. The only people who live in lost rate are the guys in the higher ups. So all the police officers are living at the poverty. So they use the people who are the taxi drivers and the motorists in this country as a means of getting money. That's why you see more people joining the police and going to patrol. They're going to patrol area. They don't go to ERU and PSU, no. When you ERU, PSU, man, you are confined. You only go to riot areas. But when you are a patrol man, you can go anywhere. You can go to Douala, and there's no supervision. There is no supervision. You can be a patrol man assigned on the bypass here. You can leave and go to Rela and do your OPS and get money.
And so everyone doing their
does the same thing. There's no supervision. Honor the former government, George Weah government. Johnson was there. I spoke to Johnson sometimes. He said, Jala, sometimes we didn't even have cars to transport to deploy our officers around Monrovia. And the same thing happening here.
Okay.
They saw that and they said, what's wrong? There were no patrol vehicles to take officers and deploy them around Monrovia. They got to deploy them by means of motorcycle by paying their way. The same thing happening here. When will this be improved? And again, the matter of change you fought for is on your feet. It is about time to make the improvement, to make the government better, so that the chances of being re-elected can be very, 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 very high. Because if you don't do better, the people vote you out. It's very early. You guys want 1 year. So Gregory Coleman and his guys should stop showboating around here and making things appear that everything is okay. Only okay in their pocket. Do you know how many money the guys carry some money in their cars? And why the officers stand on the sun
and
when they come waving and saluting them?
And someone was saying to me that it's a witch hunt. In the sense that the police RD is in the know of all of what's happening in Liberia. If you go to Bonk, you go to Maryland, you go to Grand Bassa, I mean, you visit the 15 counties within Liberia. Police officers at the various assignment places. That's what they normally do, and he's in the know. But why only that person? that the police RG will have to go.
But I know that day,
personally.
that day was a bad day. They said 99 days of rule, wonderful master.
And
So
I
they
think-
did do it every time. Very come on, grab that one that day. He grabbed it that day.
I think the police,
That a bad day.
RG, the
In as
police-
much I front against Guerrero Como for showboating around here, I also front against those officers who extort money from people every day.
and they're doing it every
And they do it
day,
because they are
everywhere.
less paid and they are less equipped. Everything about them. Let's move on.
And this is wrong, Jala. This is actually wrong. But the police RG, I mean, he have some things to do. He have a very, I mean, great task to perform. If the sector shall be improved, I mean, he have to put his all into the job and ensure that, I mean, he do his best to improve the police.
Let me welcome Ansu Coleman. I'm following you from the Economic Freedom Fighters of Liberia, man, Fatuson Coco Smith, watching live from Lower Looking Town, Bujo Island resident, Big Brother Jala. Thanks for keeping us uploaded every day from Monday to Friday about this time. While for the M. Yense, good afternoon, Big Brother Jala, Emmanuel Griffith III, and a pleasant good afternoon to the football Cape Mount and its people. My name is Fode Mohammed Kwakwek Polika Nyang. I'm watching from a research center in Cowell. Welcome, Sally D. Flomo. Welcome. Watching from somewhere in Pennsville. Okay, keep your messages coming. I'll read them on a live Facebook feed. Just go there and then share the video so that others can participate. Let me go and read this one. OP Oni Johnson, welcome. He says, Asata Miller, welcome. Asata says she's watching from somewhere around. She didn't say it. OP Oni Johnson, welcome for the community. DRT Toba, welcome. CDC Papi Success K-Tap Live. Good afternoon, Voice of Liberia viewer. Y'all from Dubai Road, good morning or good afternoon. And God have mercy on GMB Liberia, please. Bialo Barry, good afternoon, Jala. I'm Bialo Barry, watching from Front Street, Monrovia. Maurice Newman Jr., good afternoon, Jala. The Voice of Liberia family, I'm following you from New Georgia Junction, Japan Freeway this afternoon. Lavachos Walati Wayne says, good afternoon, Big Brother Jala. I'm following from Softon, Arizona, the USA. Thanks for joining us. Colinas Green has joined us from his corner. Andrew Trocon Bestman is joining me from police. He said, our police are really suffering. And so Coleman goes and say, watching us from the Economic Freedom Fighters Association office. Emmett Hammer from Kakata, McGibby County, welcome. And dear brother Emmett, I've lost the number, Emmett. You need to send me your number, Emmett Hammer. Welcome. Muyan Sharif, Jala, I'm following you from District number 9, Sinka this afternoon. I'm just following Trump to be soon in the 47th President of America. That is my guy. Konak Bana. Washington, Johnsonville, Peloton is Konak Bana. Keep them coming in our reading. Let me just zero in quickly. I said to you, my guest will be retired Captain Gerald KOLLEH. He will come to talk about some security matters. We'll talk politics as well. He is a retired captain of the Armed Forces of Liberia. He was one of those who were retired as a result of the disbandment of the AFL after the 1990 war, when they went for the Accra Accord, the Akosoma Accord, and the Abuja Accord, and all of those accords that took place. And thereafter, the Armed Forces of Liberia got disbanded because it was noted that it took part in the war and participated in warring factions, so they couldn't trust them to be a standing army. That led to the formation of a new army, which honored Mara Ellen Johnson's relief. Let me say, may his soul rest in perpetual peace, Mr. Prince Yelugbe Johnson. I followed, I listened to the political statements, I listened to the sabbaths and all of those. But I thought that when somebody dies, he dies. And there should be no confusion over his remains. Mr. Johnson was given a state funeral that as a young man over 40 years, I've not seen before. There are great people from Nima who have died, like the life of Joseph Koto, one of those who helped Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to win the second round of election in 2025. No, 2005. He was one of those who gave Ellen that vote, or those votes in Nima, Prince Johnson also helped. Number of them helped. He died here. Not much heard about Joseph Cotto, who served as education minister. He served in many portfolios in this country. Like Jones Dobo has died. Nobody heard much about his funeral. He was sick in Man Barclay. He stayed there for a long time. He died. Joseph Seguano, a historian rather, and he served the Kelly Secretariat in many capacities. He died. So many of them have died from Nimba. So many prominent people have died in Liberia. Going to Lofa County, we saw the death of so many people. Everywhere in this country, people have died. But this funeral of Prince Johnson was shocking to me, the way he was celebrated. Not just by Nimbayans, but by all Liberians. Irrespective of their political differences, how Prince Johnson, when he killed people, he buried people alive, but he lived his life. Only God in his holiest and his holiness can judge where he will keep Prince Johnson. And the other people say, Prince Johnson case he killed people. Yes, yeah. I saw a video coming from former Liberian President Samuel Kayando on Facebook. He was warning Nimayans about the attitude of their fellow Nimayans. That do is say, I don't know. And so those comments coming from the former president was so insightful and scary. I don't want to go back to the historicity of all of those. So Prince Johnson rose from the armed forces of Liberia. When the Liberia United for Constitutional Democracy in America was formed or founded by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the Harry Chris, Harry Noah, and the rest of them, where Thomas Kuyankpa was in America. After he left the army, he was removed from the position as Chief of Staff of the Army, not Chief of Staff, but Commanding General of the Army, by Samuel Kayando. He was demoted. He did not feel comfortable with his job giving him because he was one of those that came with the PRC. And he formed this PRC, one of the most educated guys among the guys that do brought here. So he fled, he went to Nimba. On our advisor, Harry Noah and others that indeed when you stay here, Samuel Kayando will kill you. And Samuel Kayando saw Kuyankpa as somebody who was getting very powerful. So the only way he could do it was to demote him and make him powerless. And I know Kuyankpa went to Zole. There's a book in my bag right now. I always travel with that book, written by Samuel Jackson, Rich Country Poor People. Every Sunday I take my time to read a chapter of that book. If I read it yesterday, I would tell you, I would narrate the story and tell you the name of this old man, the pale old man who wanted to arrest someone, who wanted to arrest Kuyankpa in Nimba. He had gone there prepared by Samuel Kayando, say, go arrest him and bring him here. When you bring the man living body, I'll meet Chief of Staff of the Army. The man moving to Nimba County with his men. When you move in, and Kuyankpa was told that this man has come to arrest him, before he could make up his mind, I think two of his bodyguards got killed by Kuyankpa's people. He fled from Nimba, came to Monrovia, went to the Catholic Church, in St. Kizito Catholic Church, and saw the Reverend Mosina Tikbo, and said to him, I'm going to America. My life is in danger. I want you to take care of my wife, Tyler. There, Kuyankpa went to the States. There, the guys founded the NPFL, the political wing of the NPFL called the Liberia United for Constitutional Democracy. That's a background I'm going to give you before I come to the Prince Johnson eulogy. We'll eulogize him a bit. And so, after some time, 6 months after, Tyler resettled in America. I'm told she wanted her husband not to come to Liberia. He got killed as a result of the coup. But Prince Johnson and others still stood by, and Chancellor was released from the prison. He participated with Chancellor during the war that came, but at the end of the day, this got split. He formed the IMPFL. Subsequently, he grabbed Samuel Kayando, he killed him. What's the short of the long? The short of the long is that wars have not done anything better for our country. I will take our time. I will do this on Armed Forces Day. I will take 1 hour, 30 minutes with the little knowledge I have and with what I've had in my book I read. I will sit there and talk about military. How Samuel Kayando overthrew Tobot, how his wife Nancy Doe took the first boat of rice to him at the BDC. He was seated there, and then the army guys were talking to him. He was seated in a very comfortable seat. And then Nancy Doe brought a boat of rice to him to eat. And when he saw the multitude of soldiers, he said, I can eat a full one. So it was George Bole. One of the guys went to him and said, but Mr. President, you had the power of the pen in your hands. There's a hotel called Hotel Africa. Just read order and send food for the soldiers. And then when you look at his chest, in his chest pocket, there was a blue pen there. And he took his pen, gave order to the guys to go to Hotel Africa to bring food. Upon the order of the president, food came in multitude. The guys ate like Jesus' disciples. They were all happy. There were some kind who knew the power of the pen. Every time you see a soldier man, they can go up here where their shirt is.
They always got pen.
Yeah, pen. They can always bowl and put a pen. There where the guys knew the power of the pen. I would lecture all of those at the appropriate time. So what I'm driving at is that the war has ended. People got killed. People saying SYZ. Prince Johnson, he was. For me, I've opted for war crimes court to come. So that Prince Johnson, the Yaya Nimle, the George Bole, the Bodneke, Yeke Kolba, whosoever associated with the war can go and exonerate themselves. But unfortunately, Prince did not live to see this day. There have been speeches around that, the man, it was political pressure that killed him. I have heard all of those. I will not repeat them here because I will not want to waste my time. At some point, I will say something small. How the MDR say it was political pressure on Prince Johnson that made him have died. And then the youth wheelchair say, Mr. Zah Malabo Pele said they're running after him in Nimba. He left his not say because he said it was the government, people that put pressure on Prince Johnson to die. I will not go into all of those. Those statements were made in Nimba. People say the vice president say the people who made you to die, they are here. All the comments are coming.
The people who said they will not speak to us no longer, they are here today.
So those are comments I'm hearing. I heard all of those, but I will not take my time to repeat those political statements be made. But I'm just saying, how do we move forward as a country? The lesson learned here is we shouldn't live to repeat the history of yesterday. 40 years of war was devastating. It was dilapidating. It affected every fabric of this country. It led to setback of many of us. I will buy from one thing. One political leader who spoke there, who himself is a warlord, who was assuring Prince Johnson that my man, don't be scared, nothing will happen to you. They will not arrest you. He said Prince Johnson was buying time. He was buying time and preaching the gospel for forgiveness of his sin, for people to forgive him. He bought time on Ellen Johnson study for 12 years. He bought time on George Weah. He was buying time on Boakai, but unfortunately he died. When there was political pressure put on him, those who say that, they have the right to say it. But I think Prince Joseph lived a life worthy of a man. Every man has a sin. There was a man in the Bible called Saul. He was prosecuting Jesus' disciples every other day. I think he was going to Damascus. I'm not a good Sunday school student that my man Watson Johnson is, who goes to the SDA church. But I know a bit of the Bible. He was going to prosecute Jesus' disciples. And God was fed up with his attitude against the people. So God struck him, he got blind. And later he repented, right? And so if the Saul could turn to a Paul, Prince Johnson the killer could turn to a preacher. And then he turned to be a preacher. He turned to be a preacher. He knew the sins he committed. He knew he committed political sins. And so the only way he could be received was to go to the Bible and preach the word of God. So he preached. If you say he hide he was hiding himself on the Bible. I will not say that because I know when people repent, God can forgive them. People have their own way. I would say that I'm a victim. I'm a serious victim of the war. Serious victim. And I wanted retributive justice. I'm one of those when it comes to political scenes and war crimes. I believe in retributive justice. I don't believe in restorative justice, a justice I use. I don't believe in the justice I use. I believe in retributive justice, an eye for an eye. So I wanted to see Prince Johnson going to the war crimes court to accelerate himself. If he's found guilty, he ain't go to jail like he got normal in Sierra Leone. Like he go to jail like Charles in the Hague. That's what I believe in. But thankfully he said, I am a changed man. He has changed. He gave his life to God. Even sometimes his utterances politically were not correct. What am I to judge him? Let me take 5-minute calls. 0773-419-502. Captain Jerry KOLLEH is here already. Former captain who will join me in the next 5 minutes. Just have a seat, sir. Okay. 555-184-711. I will take at least 4 or 5 calls and come back now in the studio where Captain Jerry KOLLEH will be. Do we have the phones
shortly before you go to the line, I'll make the phones available.
Yeah, please do that.
Yeah, quickly before you.
We don't have time, so just do the catch your way, announce it.
Yeah,
we can come back later.
Yeah, sure. *799 #OK. Select number 8 for Voice of Liberia. Right after the guest, I will come here to send your money. So you have to play as many times you can play. So while Jala is having some interaction with the guests, you have to
yes. And what you want to say quickly?
So *799 #OK, then you select number 8 for Voice of Liberia and stand a chance to win yourself $4,000 Liberian dollars.
And so the lines are open. I don't know how to differentiate these lines from which one is a. George, you just have to come and help me. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. Good afternoon. Your name is what? What's the name? It's a hollow. It's very. In Magibi County?
Yeah, District 4, Magibi County.
Okay, let's hear you quickly.
Thank you, Chief. I want to appreciate you so much for your talking point. You know, you guys are saying it is very important to know the cause of the problem before you solve it. I want to speak to the RG, the Komo. You know, these police people are parents of children. They are responsible people. You cannot give them job and they apply to that job, and what I do then you cannot do it again. You know, it's a job Komo is doing. All these cases you see on the report, they report to Komo. So let me just reconsider a decision on these people who arrested yesterday or people yesterday. You know, only doing that because they want to be happy, and the person was there. They just want to clear his time. But we do see Nigeria every day. We see the police patrol on the road, collecting money for travel. Even so that you can take person there, today you yourself, you'll be bad for yourself. So that's something that you should be talking away. Like the issue of Prince Johnson, everyone will take their own judgment from God in living life, in this thing against people in the country. But everything has been gone by his death. So, like, moving forward now, the only thing we can do to ourselves in the country to see a better future for our children tomorrow is to be sincere to ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you so very kindly. We'll take a few calls and go to our guest, Jerry KOLLEH, former captain of the Armed Forces of Liberia. He's here as my guest on this first day of the week. And today is the 20th of January. My man Donald Trump is being inaugurated today. I can't wait to see his inauguration. Salah M. Nyen, welcome. Brabi M. Ba, welcome. Otaka Kauru, welcome. G. Avin Jr., welcome from Nima County. Ma Nyamason, welcome from Banga City, Bon County. Ase Nelson II, welcome from Cowell. Keep a calls coming on 0773-419-502, 0555-184-711. These are the numbers from the counties. You want to call for the counties on that number or on those numbers. Okay. Hello?
Yeah, hello, Mr. Jala.
Welcome, sir. What's your name? Where do you call from?
Yeah, this is Sadi. We are joining from Basel.
Welcome to Basel. Buchanan City or where?
Yeah, Buchanan City, Pacific.
Okay, let's say it quickly. 30 seconds.
Yeah, let me commend you for the show. You know, Java Gravy, the problem there is that for Mr. Greggy Common know that, and you know, as a police man, somebody can be working with you and that may not taking pay. Okay, why you want for the man to do? You want for the man to stay because rather with the man working for the lab people and may not taking pay. And you come to the lab people and say the man collecting money for testing travel and looking the thing. So that to me, it makes sense. Let's try to pay the people. When you try to pay the people coming on corruption, then we know where the lab people say for the police they are corrupt, but you have to in the man and come out, you see the man is corrupt. No. So you see, so that's the problem there for the police.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so very kindly. Let's see the next caller. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Mac Bemani from Grand Bassa County. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Mac Bemani calling from the Grand Bassa County. No, Jala, I listened to your talk show this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you say about the police is true. But I don't know that now, it's not coming at this time for people to say that you're arresting police with plastic bag of money and other things. It's been happening. So that only today then you will come and just go all around with plastic bag on social media. You saw police collecting money and other things there. When the bank really giving him some of the money.
No, do you have proof to say that he been taking money from them?
No.
If you're taking money from them, you'll be arresting them?
But listen, because after all the people look up before leaving for your banner, you get 2 highway police. For you to go from Picana to Bonovia, you get highway police all over. So it means that the head is a wow. They get part of the portion of what the best collecting.
All right.
They're not forgetting so the people are encouraging up to this time.
Michael, thank you. Thank you. No time. Let's take the next call. Let's take the next call. Hello, welcome. This next caller is there. 0555, that's 0773 978 564 is exclusively for the females to call. Hello, welcome. The next caller. Let's hear you.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. This is Voice of Liberia.
Yeah, my name is Sonny S. Romo. I do join you from Phoebe S. Bon County.
From Bon County, welcome. Phoebe Escrip. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the show. But yes, my attention has been to the IG of the police.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in a case he said he arrested those guys and he saw those guys taking money from travelers. Then where did he carry this money? He carried to yours, or where did he carry the money before?
I wanted to ask that question, but I just forgot. Because who they get that money to?
Yeah, so that's the question now.
Yeah, because who they get the money to? Because if you throw the money to the people, is that corrupt money? You are saying you not eat it. You call it, take it right and go back to there.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. The next caller, welcome. Let's hear you. That's a very good question. I forgot to ask that question. Hello.
Hello, Jala.
Oh, is that Masisi?
Yeah, Masisi Mandela, you are calling for crowd.
30 seconds. I'll get this here. 30 seconds, Masisi.
Yeah, thank you for your show this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to you sing it.
Okay.
Then my brother asked, I want to ask Gabriel come for him. They put life better. They will look at the power. What they put life now? The cheese? My brother. Gabriel, my brother. The cheese? The thing was also out the boss. You will see all the bad things. And when the police, they will take you down. You cut the box. You will teach everything of their life. Why they put life today? Why are they lie? You talking about your arresting police, collecting money for the and you paying there? Come on. Are you paying there? Government paying there?
Okay.
You just going to get money for the people. So my brother ask question. And the Google that you ask.
Thank you,
Masisi. Where are the money? Where the money go?
Thank you, Masisi. Thank you, Masisi. Thank you, Masisi. Thank you. No. Don't go that way. Thank you, Masisi. Let's take the next call. 2 more calls now. I'll go after this one. The last one. Hello, welcome. Why do you call from? What's your name?
Anthony Jala, I'm sitting in a park on Kerry Street.
Okay, let's show you a Kerry Street.
Jala, on the issue of
we're at a time the locals have
when you sign for those of the house, you will give them per time or 3 down on the ticket. Jala, now the water from 125 is not sufficient for the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you expect to that support and the family? They place the fee, they pay rentage, they pay school fees for their kids, all of them. So I think the police, AG, and national government, they do more.
Okay. Thank you. Let's see the final call. 0773 419 502 0555 14711. Those in Nimba, those in Rivers, not Rivers, Grand Bassa, Bong, Magibi, And where again? Lofa. Lofa. I'm not getting call from Lofa. Lofians, where are you? Keep calling as well. Keep calling. Let's take a last caller. Do we have any? 055514. Let's take this final call from the counties. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, John. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, welcome. You sound like David King.
Thank you. This is David King. Thank
David
you for
King,
that
30
final
seconds, no time. We the last caller.
Yeah, Jara. I think what was done by Gregory, there's not anything that we should be commending Gregory for. I think the police.
Why should he be commended?
No, he shouldn't be commended. Gregory passed through the same rank and file. Gregory was once coming before when he was a member of the SOD4.
You used to see Kumi?
All right? Yeah, the man come before.
You saw him before Kumi?
I saw the man coming before.
Where?
Buster, doing Jotita.
My man, go ahead, man. My man, go ahead.
No.
Tell your own thing quick.
Yeah, let me tell my own. So what he did there to the officers, I don't think there was anything for him to have any kind of the public to have with it. Because this is a normal routine. All right? The police officer, they are going through a lot of constraints. And you do not know that for a fact. All right? You pay somebody $98, pay somebody $92. I don't think it's sufficient for somebody who has more than 5 children or 3 children sitting in the school, you're not in your own house, you're renting, and you expect them to just go about with $98 or $92.
Thank you. We have to go. Thank you so much.
When I start making love, I don't just make love, I be stroking. I be stroking.
This is the one that brings us now to the discussion here. The retired Captain Jerry Colley of the Armed Forces of Liberia. Once an army man is an army man. It's called Stroking by Clarence Carter. Where's my man Moses Watson Johnson, the stroker? The man walks, he walks like he's stroking, huh?
Do you like to make
Have you ever seen Watson Johnson walking of it? It is caused by stroking.
love just before breakfast?
Hi, really like Brisbane. How are you this afternoon? You following us on Pinsville?
While you watch the leg play,
I really love Brisbane and the entire family. Where's the man Alfonso Brisbane?
have you ever made love on a couch? Well, I'm asking this. Have you ever made love on the backseat of a car? I remember one time I made love on the backseat of a car, and the police came and shined his light on me, and I said, I'm stroking. That's what I'm doing. I be stroking.
Where do you like to stroke? In the backseat of a car?
Stroking. Yes, and I stroking.
How many times did you stroke last week?
The woman.
And how many times will you stroke today? Did you stroke last night?
Let me ask you something. How long has it been since you made love? Yesterday.
Oh yes, welcome. Did you make love yesterday? It brings us now to retired Captain Jerry Colley. We shall go back to that music later. Jerry Colley, welcome. How are you? Happy New Year.
Yeah, man, I've been returned.
It's been a long while we've not talked again on this kind of matters. You know, last time I spoke with you were OKFM or LBS, one of them.
Something like that.
And the last time I checked, you were contesting as a representative in Bond County.
Sure, question.
How have you been? Let's hear it from you.
Well, it's been well. God stay in the hidden business. Liberia is our country. When you don't have the opportunity today, tomorrow you may have the opportunity. So I think all is well.
For the sake of the public who don't know you, some know you and some don't know you, can you properly introduce yourself? Your current occupation, everything?
Yeah, I'm Captain Jerry Colley, a number and the original military personnel of the Armed Forces of Liberia who are illegally retired or chunk away from the military.
By whom?
By Ellen Jones Salif. Captain Jerry Colley is a political scientist by now in our 21st century. I earned a BA degree in political science. Captain Jerry College involved into industrial security in our country.
Industrial security.
Of course, Captain Jerry College currently lives in Banga, involved in small agriculture program.
Okay.
So those who don't know me, this is Captain Jerry K. Colley. I'm a Liberian, wishing to be one of the good leaders of our country. Now that you have called me for us to participate in the current ongoing situations in our country, burning of our capital building, alleged torture by security personnel, and many other things in the country. But we are prepared to discuss the issues.
Now, you said you are involved in industrial security. Where do you have a security firm? And when you say industrial security, do you provide security for bigger installations whatsoever?
Yeah, sometimes we in red light. We've been in the side since 2013. We've been inside helping our illegal disbanded soldiers and immigration police officers who are throwing all of the service without getting anything. We provide small cash for them to put food on the table for the children.
Or since you left the army, you brought your friends who were retired as well, who were thrown out of the army,
Yeah.
whether illegal or legally, you provide employment for them.
Of course, yes.
What is the name of your service?
Micom Security Employment Agency.
And what's the problem in the know you for by the red light?
VIP.
Oh, it's a VIP security.
No, it's not VIP security. It's Micom Security Employment Agency.
Okay, so you're
But
quite VIP.
people call me VIP because I had a VIP warehouse those days in Painsbury when I was chairman of Joint Security.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Now, currently, you are in Banga. You say you are involved in agriculture.
Yeah.
What kind of agriculture are you involved in?
You know, when I visited Senegal, I saw one of our colleagues work for us here during the Liberian crisis, a soldier's man. He had very big and large pineapple farm, and so I was thinking to produce pineapple juice in Liberia under early administrations. When she talked about visiting the farm, and Samuka said, "You cannot go there." She didn't go there. So the pineapple didn't do well. I embarked on coconut plantation. I think I got a few trees. I took with me 15,000 trees sound on that farm. But currently, after doing some infiltration, I got 6,000 left. Because
The pineapple,
the coconut.
the coconut.
Yeah.
Now they all survived.
Yes, 6,000 pieces.
So meaning you are supplying the market now?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, we just start the coconuts just start bearing small, and we don't want to rush with it because we want to plant good number of it. So those that are bearing now, we wait until they get dry, then we take a pull on North Street to replant so that we can have a very
Which
big-
of the district did you run in Bone County?
in District 2.
And do you still have the ambition to run again?
I have an ambition to run, become a political scientist. I'm not an engineer. I'm not, how to call it, accounting. I didn't do those stuff. I'm a politician by profession, students of government. I have an ambition to run, but at a prepared time, you'll get to know what I aim it at.
Now, Jerry, let's go to the crux of the matter which I've called you for. That was just a background talk we had earlier. But you've been around, you've been following the border politics of the country. You earned a bachelor degree from University of Liberia.
Yeah.
And I've known you for over 2 decades now. And what do you make of all of the security situation? If I were to give you time to sit back for a while, to give us your own perspective of the country security sector, what will you say? What will you start by saying?
First of all, the dissolution of the armed forces of Liberia by Mother Ellen Jones Sirleaf, it was done because of the interior motive she had. She wanted to loot this country on a higher level so that she can be troubled by the military personnel to recruit her own militia forces. Because the executive branch of government is not responsible to carry on recruitment of the army. The legislative branch of the government is under the obligations.
Go ahead.
It's under the obligations to carry on recruitment of the armed forces of Liberia. That were not done. So she did that to loot the country. Perpetually, when she was president, I started to discuss the issues. I was arrested and sent to South Beach. I was brought to the court and she said she dropped the case because she knows she could not challenge it. We issued raid on Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government, and Johnny Lewis came from the high court, went down to a lower court to ask the lower court to make the decisions he feel it could be better because he knew.
But didn't you know at the time that you couldn't sue the president? She was immune to sue the lawsuit.
But I sued the government.
But by and through the president.
You can sue the government, and the government have a solicitor general who will be going there to represent the government. You can sue the president. So we sued the government, and Johnny Lewis, who was the Chief Justice, came down to Judge Kondo, who was presiding over this matter at the Civil Law Court, to carry him and made the decisions that he wanted. Because he knew that the soldier didn't have money to take an appeal even to the Supreme Court. Even if we would do, we would not have a right. We didn't have money to go to Equa Court. So after her term, when Joe Weir took over, he did not think critically as a young man that has taken over this country, and he needed to see how the country could be transformed for his own legacy, not anybody. He jumped into the same potato pot and looted sufficiently. Now, Joseph Walker have come for the same Hulubaro. I said, Hulubaro become a security expert. I know what I talk about.
When you say Joseph Walker has come into the same hula balo, what do you mean? That he's following the trend of the two past leaders?
Of course, he's not changing anything. There's nothing else being changed.
Don't you think it's so early, just 1 year ago?
Let me tell you something. Anybody who want to transform and unify this country, the first place when you take over, you look at it is security sectors. If you don't have security to protect the inhabitants of the country, you got nothing doing. We just got 1 year. We have elections to elect our president. After electing our president, we have another legislature elections to elect our speaker. Now, those who have the Constitution on their head to implement it, they have suspended the constitutions by violating multiple articles in the constitutions.
Even if the current government has done that?
Yeah, of course. The legislature has suspended our constitution and working with their own mindset as to how to run the country.
Such as what?
Such as leaving the speaker outside the country, grouping themselves illegally, and said they cannot sit under his gavel. To look at your face and say, Speaker Kofa, you have gone wrong, and we don't want you to preside over this session. Recuse yourself, and we will set a committee to investigate you. If you find guilty, we will make sure the law take a course. The final section.
Now, before we go further, if you were elected as representative for District Number 2 in Bon County, and you were amongst the lawmakers who are not taking such decisions, where you have been?
I would have been to the law side. I would have been on the law side.
And the law side is Kofa side.
The law side is Kofa side. The law side is Kofa side because Kofa was elected, and the world know Kofa to be the speaker of this country. And if Kofa have gone wrong against his colleagues, they should sit under his gavel and then move the motions, asking him to recuse himself. If he becomes stubborn, they will have the majority to expel him from over the speaker's position.
Now, before we go to the Capitol Hill, that's one of our talking points. You just jump into it, but let's go back. You talked about Ellen Johnson Sirleaf not respecting the security in the country while she was president. Over and over again, you, Jerry Colley, you have accused Madam Sirleaf of illegally disbanding the armed forces of Liberia. You said that over and over and again in the 12 years while she was in power. He's just saying this. But don't you know that the armed forces of Liberia was disbanded as a result of being part of warring factions in this country?
But that's why I say, people made diameter of their leg in the country. So you want to tell me the war crime code will not come again because Prince Johnson is dead? If you see Liberia, the armed forces of Liberia were part of the war on factions, you must produce a document. I have a document in my office currently that I can produce and the international community know that when all the parties in the conflict emerged in Ghana, Accra, to discuss about the peace, the fragile peace we enjoy today that brought Julie Brown in power. They crafted a document and they signed it. That document said that you should disband all illegal forces.
And the AFL was illegal force.
And you should restructure the armed forces of Liberia. Giving the AFL a legitimate status with a new command structures. They did not say disband AFL. Those who make
if my memory can serve me well, Hezekiah Bowen, who served as defense minister then, I think he made some comments about AFL being factionalized.
No.
And for which he couldn't trust the AFL to send his own.
No, but as a fire board, they had the constitutional right to even make AFL a faction to the party.
But wasn't he not a defense minister then?
No, he was not a defense minister then at the time.
What was his position?
He was the chief of staff.
Chief of staff.
Yes.
Okay.
But he had no right to do that, and he did not do it. Charles Taylor made the accusations. Why Reverend Watt was interviewing him when he came from Ghana. There was Charles Taylor, Elijah Kroma, and J. Hezekiah Boy. They went to Ghana. They went to Nigeria to discuss the issues. Charles Taylor said, I want to be the leader. Three of us can handle the country and bring peace. Elijah Kroma said, I want to be the leader. J. Hezekiah Boy said, look, gentlemen, the first thing first is to dissolve your factions. If somebody should be leader, I should be the leader because I got a legitimate troop. Your troop is not legitimate, Chatela. You cannot be. Alaji Kroma supported J. Hezekiah Bowen because of that. So when Chatela said, I'm going to discuss with my cabinet minister at the time, the MPRA government, and he went to Bon County, he called everyone, he said, J. Hezekiah Bowen, I made the AFL to be part of the factions in Liberia. Was that what's the right thing? Was there any document? So J. Hezekiah Bowen heard it. He called a muster in BDC. He told her, Child Taylor is a criminal, and I never said, I never signed any document as such. What I said, we had a legitimate army. If there will be any leadership, we should preside over that leadership to disband all of the illegal forces, to restructure the armed forces of Liberia, and then we can have an election.
And that restructuring of the armed forces of Liberia required at the time, according to Accra Comprehensive Peace Agreement, that you AFL soldiers can reapply to be vetted and participate.
No, the documents are there. Jala can bring the document we debated. The document I said.
They didn't ask that you reapply to be part of the new AFL?
No, there's a restructure. It's got a category of restructuring, Jala.
And which category are you referring to?
A category one had to be with general worthlessness. There were people in the AFL after war. They were drunken, they were smokers, you pay them or they go and sit down. Category 2 was old age. People who are staying in the army, they cannot move anymore, pay them up to go and sit down. Category 3 was the wounded soldiers. You pay the wounded soldiers, those who have been amputated, pay them or they go and sit down. Category 4 was to now look at the strength of the army after all that. Those who were aging and they needed retirement, retire them. Category 5 was to see the element that remain on the ground, who has educated put them as a leader of the army. Those who are not educated but they stay strong to carry the arm, maybe you can assign at the border point to protect the country. Those people lead in the army, and you ask the legislator for recruitment of more men to augment the strength of the army.
So did you want, if you said category 5 says that, so meaning those of you who were there and you were educated, you did not want to go back for new training?
No, they're not the reason. Army training never finished. We got in-service training. Jalan, when I joined the army in 1986, 87 I was state training. I graduated in 1986, 87 I was state training. 88 I was state training before the war.
89 you were state training.
89 I was doing intelligence training at BDC.
1990.
1990 there was a war.
And where did you participate as
I fought the war.
For the AFL?
I fought the war for the AFL. And I fought the MPFL.
So what accent did you fight?
I fought and I was captured as a war prisoner. IMPFL captured me. I as a war prisoner.
How did he release yourself?
Where we apply our SEE.
What's the SE?
Survival, invasion, and escape. Yeah, of course. At the end of the day.
So Prince Johnson guys captured you.
Yeah, of course.
What was that? What was that story? Can you tell the story? How
The
you got
thing
captured?
is,
How you
when
escaped?
the routine charge issue happened, and though gave an instruction that the marshal should be closed, I went West Point to visit my people. I remained there. Prince Johnson captured that whole end. More than 500 soldiers.
Were you in uniform?
Yeah, I was in uniform when I was captured. Prince Johnson captured that whole area, more than 500 soldiers. The soldiers decided that they should not fight in West Point because it was more populated. And Zinran, a lot of people want to die. So we were captured. We went to Kolleh. And I signed in DV. So the other time, our crying, let the war crying court come. If I carry on mayhem, our people in DV and other areas I was assigned, let me pay the price. Jada came back to the army. I fought Captain Buchanan from MPFL. Yes, or the first soldiers who entered with my troop in Buchanan.
In 1990.
1994, 1992, 1993, April the 4th. The records are there.
So I'm a bit confused, Captain Colley. We'll go back to the cabinet building. We want to talk about the politics there. But you were captured in 1990 by Prince Johnson and his forces in West Point.
Yeah.
You were released.
Based upon training. I had no weaponry.
Yes.
And the weapon that was there, nobody could fire it.
Yeah.
I was released based upon that. In fact, I was detained for executions. But Benedict Judy continued to
So
bear.
what carried you now to Grand Bassa, the lead man there?
No, because Atata have retreated from the IMPFL and back to my mother unit.
And so was the ever attacking anyone in Grand Bassa that you went?
No, but we were fighting along with Ekoma.
Okay, you were Ekama.
Yes.
Fighting by the MPFL.
No, fighting the MPFL.
Yeah, what I'm asking.
Yeah, fighting the MPFL. Capture Flower, May, Big Jota, and have a checkpoint there. Before the LPC were formed. By George Wole, Amos Sawyer, and other people. So you think Prince Johnson was the only one that committed a crime against this country? There are a lot. They're here.
Do you know some of their names?
We were caught down at the appropriate time.
Was someone Nimle Yaya one of them?
Just recently, Tomo Yaya Nimle began with modest soft. So he one of them. He can go and exonerate himself.
Now, let me ask you, former captain or retired Captain Gerald Colley.
I'm not retired. I'm a soldier.
You're not retired?
I'm not retired.
Are you say getting money from the
Nothing. But every speaker of this country that took over after election, I will write and inform them that the Liberian government had an arrear to pay me and to pension me as a soldier.
So you have
that integrity is what I want.
Yeah, you have been pensioned?
I have not been pensioned. Even they.
So did you receive money on Ellen for the 12 years and on George?
No, $5. When she was doing the illegal pensions that the soldiers are making $35 as pension benefit.
Some of you got $540.
My money didn't go there. $540 was to say, look, hang your jacket, run your arm for restructuring.
Now, Gerald Colley, why didn't you reapply
to
join the armed forces?
To join the militia force.
You said very strong like this.
To still join the militia force? The
AFL now is a militia force?
Of course. It was not done legally.
The AFL honor the companionship of Davidson Fuller.
My Fuller's brother and friend.
But the AFL was restructured by downfall.
It was not restructured. It was rebuilt. Rebuilding and restructuring are two different things.
Rebuilding was what you call it. You as a strong gallant man, as a see you still. 12 years after, 50 years after, you're still looking young like this. Why did you reapply?
Because I could not go and join as a enlisted man, or I should go and join as a recruit. Come forbid.
Now, let's move on.
Let's go right.
If you just joined us, this is Voice of Liberia 104.1. My name is Jala Grayfield. I'm here with retired Captain Gerald Colley. Later, George will give us the cash giveaway. Maybe you can just read it while I'm sitting here. I can read that. But welcome to you, Mr. Solomon Howard. Welcome, Cedar One, Jabbar. Welcome, Bless Prince E. Kamara. Welcome, Papa Kosibo. Welcome, and every one of you joining us on this live feed. Welcome, Diana Dennis, Voice of Liberia. I'm watching you from New York, Manhattan. Joseph Mulba Kennedy, watching from Soul Clinic. Frederick J. Zeze, watching from Banga City, Bon County. That's a city of Honorable Gerald Colley.
I love that city so
We
much.
don't call taking calls now. But
Are we taking calls
No,
now?
no, no, no. I'm coming back to you, Jerry Colley.
Yeah, look.
Now, you have complained about the security situation before Honor Ellen.
Yeah.
You've complained on Weah.
Yeah.
You've complained now on Joseph Boakai. You started by talking about if there was good security at the Capitol, according to our conversation we had before coming on the radio.
Yeah.
They were averted the fire incident. What do you think?
But the first thing first is that I always, when I lie down hearing people discuss the issue on the media, the issue of the Capitol building, the investigation was played on. The IG did not do well.
The police inspector general.
Of course.
What did he do?
Those men that were on the ground when the incident occurred
That morning.
the IG was to arrest everybody, even if a young baby on the motorbike.
But let me give you information.
Go ahead.
On that morning of the arrest,
Yeah.
the Senate Security Chief, Mr. Denasius Wisse,
Yeah.
he said he got at the Capitol building at 5:40,
Uh-huh.
and the police officers were assigned at 6 o'clock, meaning they didn't sleep at the compound.
We agree. Why they didn't sleep at the compound? Why? But they had slept there before.
Yeah, they were there when the incident occurred. Where they were.
No, wait. Look at this.
Let me provide information.
Yeah.
Before the incident, that fire incident that night,
Yeah.
police officers had gone at the Capitol.
Uh-huh.
They threw tear gas and they beat on lawmakers, allegedly according to the lawmakers.
And took over.
They took over.
Uh-huh.
But they didn't sleep there. And the
But
incident
that was not the only day.
it was a day before the fire incident.
No, that was the only day
Only day,
of
yeah.
them going there.
Of course, yes.
So they took over the Capitol building.
Of course.
An officer was there.
Yes.
Even when they were discussing the budget,
They had armed officers
there
there.
are officer there. So if you took over, why you quit? Meaning you had normal situations. Even the legislative security commander, the report getting is not enough for investigation. Now we need to know how they were there. The way I'm saying is that the RG made mistake. They deployed 6 o'clock, but they deployed before the fire burned. Right? They deployed before the fire outbreak. Look at something right, Jalan. I want you to talk to me.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. They deployed before the fire outbreak.
He said he was there before the fire outbreak.
Yeah.
And the police officers were removed from the Capitol.
Uh-huh.
They were redeployed the morning
Before the fire outbreak.
Yes.
Now, let's look at it critically. The police officers were deployed before the fire outbreak. They were not deployed after the fire outbreak. They were deployed 6 o'clock before the fire outbreak at the Capitol. What I'm saying is that whosoever was there at that time was to be arrested. And all those who remain close, deploy new army, and go to the Maracele Court and seek for a search warrant and ask every representative to come open the doors while the other people are at the church of quarter. Then you enter from office to office. But instead of that, they only focus on seeing the fire burning and everybody walk away. So the perpetrator of that fire, who caused the fire burning.
Do you really in your own mind, do you think that someone burned that building or it was electric shock?
They were not electric shock. The first thing first, it was electric shock. The president would not say, hooligans carry on the eye.
So how would the president see at first sight and say it was burned and they're not doing any investigation, no forensic investigation?
No forensic investigation.
But how are you supporting that?
No, listen to me. Listen to me. It is in the president world. That's why the security are acting right now in arresting other people. But there was a forensic investigation.
So if they are informed the president that we still doing investigation,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have said that it was hooligans that did it.
Yes. The president will wait. But it's what happened with the security advisor to the president. He took the president that day. He raised the president life. Where there were terrorists that burned the building and they were still around. You don't think they go kill our president? What was the security advisor doing? Who told the president to go there?
Perhaps the security have done their own
In one what?
a search and condom, and there was no
They go provide something. Listen, the firefighter chief, that the fire service director, he said we observe. We observe. He did not give accurate report on that. We are saying we have investigated and noticed that some substance was used to burn the Capitol building.
If you just joined us, this is Voice of Liberia 104.1. We are here in Bon County, in Lofa, in Grand Bassa, in Magibby, and in Nimba. The voices have been heard there, and the frequency is very clear in those areas. If you want to play the Voice of Liberia cash giveaway, give him some cash today. Star 799 star, select OK, select number 8 for Voice of Liberia. Play with 400 LD rather, and you get 4,000, right, Josh? $4,000. Star 799 hash, OK, select number 8 for Voice of Liberia. Play with just 100 LD, get $4,000. That can give you a bag of rice and get small change. Yeah, go ahead, Kollehe.
Now, let me say something concerning the attitude of the police chief on the highway. I'm on that road every day, going bunk and they coming back. Police are deployed on the road, but not doing well. The police only there to put the coon when the taxi driver are coming well loaded and what, they park there and get what they want to get. They don't search it. So what drugs is in the car? No drugs in the car. No intelligence in the country. What the police need to do is to say, open the booths. What are some of the things? Loosen the load. Drive few bear. Let's see. They say police searching. People will be afraid.
And they see that as unnecessary delay. That's what they see it to be.
They're not unnecessary delay. Who care? We try to protect the country. You say unnecessary delay. Who care? What if you carry a gun? People bring single barrel, shot single barrel here in abundance and sell it. How can you track it down? By searching. That's a responsibility of the security.
So you think the police is not doing well?
It's not doing well.
So there should be a dissolution of the highway police?
Of course.
But you strengthen the police.
Strengthen it and have a well arranged for that. And besides, moreover, I say IG did not do well. Disgrace the Liberian police.
But if you are involved in criminality, taking
that's the normal situations. What the unit or who is responsible?
The head does.
Oh. So who is responsible for the act?
He should be the head of the traffic division.
He should have a traffic division. He control the police force.
No, he is the head of the division.
The divisions. You look at the division. Who are control the party?
Is the IG himself?
Who arrested the situation?
You want to tell it as an interviewer?
No, I'm just saying something. We interacting.
No, you answer.
I'm saying what the unit does, the commander is responsible. He was to take that bear and observe what is in that bag and pull it in his trunk and ask those guys that were assigned to join him in the patrol car wherever he was going.
I don't think he let them there. I think he brought them.
Let me just conclude on it. Take them to wherever he was going, bring them to the charge of quarter, disrobe them, incarcerated, and charge them and put them inside. If possible, some of them be dismissed for bringing the police to public ready.
But the morale of the police is not built. The guys are underpaid. See how they are paid. Very regular.
Who is responsible? We just saying the RG attitude. RG is not responsible for the payment of the police. The legislature is the executive branch of government. They are responsible to make arrangements for better salary for the security sector. How can you pay a policeman $90? How? Every security personnel enlisted men in their country need to make up to $500 United States dollars. We got the money. Jala, we got the money. You want myself to go do investigation, you see our money? Let's go right here to the camp right here, Kinjal. The people got Liberian got money, so assign our Liberian National Police there to a helicopter landing there, and our gold have been dragged into that helicopter.
And unfortunately, the officers who are assigned at Kinjal, they have been paid per head. So you have 10 police officers assigned at Kinjal. They pay the money to the IG of the police. And he paid them. What happened? According to intelligence from there, if you are paying $500 per police officer, they pay you $150 with your regular salary that comes from the government, and the other one goes in the other pocket.
But they were saying, everybody in Liberia not thinking about their pocket. I am a pocket for my family. Who can run this country like this?
Honorable Jerry Colley, let's take some calls. Let's interact with the people quickly.
The guy is riding, man.
Start calling my name. She gets satisfied. Because when she gets satisfied, she start calling my name. She said, "Fans call."
Let me welcome Allison Down watching this afternoon. Jerry T. Zakaman watching from Benjamin City, Lofa County. Help us keep up the good work. My favorite nephew, Jerry T. Zakaman. How are you, uncle? Joseph Brown watching from Fargo, North Dakota, the USA. Joseph Neal watching from Zulu West Grand Julia County. Thomas Weller watching from Cameron County. Waka P. and Tumendo watching from Providence, Rhode Island, the USA. While Frederick Z. Zizzy has joined us from Bone County, Baghdad City. Let's take some calls now. On 070-3419-502, 0555-184-711. Each caller has just 30 seconds. Let's hear you. Do you have a caller here? 070-3419-502. You can call us on those numbers. And the female line is 070-397-8564. Retired Captain Jerry Colley is our guest on the last edition of this show called Bits and Pieces on Voice of Liberia. Been heard in so many cities along Liberia, coastal borders, and on the other side, in Nimba, in Grand Julia, in Riverside, all of those. Let's hear you, caller. Hello? 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 Caller, welcome. How are you?
Yeah, this is Josiah B. Davis, man, speaking from Grand Bassa County.
Josiah, let's hear you. Just 30 seconds. Much time is not allotted to us.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for your studio guest. I think he spoke very well, and his point is well taken. I think he needs to be retired honestly. So let the government try to retire him, let him have a retired benefit, and live as an ex-soldier in Liberia. Thank you very much.
All right, Jerry. Let's take the next caller. Oh, sorry for that caller. I'm sorry. I canceled the call. Sorry. Hello. Next caller, welcome. Let me reduce our volume now. You can't be listening to yourself while you're calling. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, my friend. I'm to the internet is interfering, so go ahead. Okay, take the next caller. Take the next one. Hello, welcome. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome. 30 seconds. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. I'm former Inspector Abraham K. Dupree of the LMT and I'm from Boucher Island.
All right, former Inspector Dukley, welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Let me commend Captain Jerry Colley for his statement. And I have described the Liberia National Police Administration as being a liberticide. The IG was in error. They say one for all and all for one. They claimed that few officers, maybe 2 or 3, were extorting money. He's telling us that the police is extorting money from people. That's a disgrace to the entire police force, not just the individual he arrested.
Okay.
He would have obtained the statement from those guys, take them to headquarters, to a professional standard before coming up, making such statements. Let me also agree with Captain Cody. Those who were extorted at the Capitol building, that money should have been brutalized as the police did. They would have aided them. Those are the people who have assignment at that area. They know the in and out of that building. In fact, that's a call law that should say who enter at what time and who exit at what time.
You got it right.
So far, so we have known from that call law to know who what has the Capitol building on the side.
Thank you. The next caller, welcome. Hello, welcome. Reduce your monitor, please. Jesus Christ. Oh, let me take this caller. Hello, welcome. You live here. Good afternoon.
This is David King, and I do join you from somewhere in Monrovia. You see, I think Captain Colley was strictly to the point. The comprehensive peace accord did not call for the dissolution of our military or any security apparatus that we have. It called for restructuring. All right? But what we saw, I don't know who hit for the army, she went to work and
Manasali struggle with the guys as post stockage, so maybe she had that mindset.
All right, so we need to come for reconciliation. But Manasali to have given thought that the guy who were in the army was the one who abused or whatever place you were at the time, I don't think it was
Okay.
And today, you see, we're lacking security because of some of the things. So, veterans don't got the army.
All right.
There are people dead. Today, you got to call the brigade.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The next caller. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Welcome. You are live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm George D. Kepler. I'm calling from Canada, Jejua.
Let's hear you, Kekula.
Yes, the former AFSN, thank you, because you are giving us more knowledge of the armed forces of Liberia. But now we are talking. Can people or consultant of the armed forces of Liberia because I say late in Bang again go to Cantonment Military Parade and do come up with some more friend and give me advice. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for the valley because I know where you live in the valley, you know what I'm talking about. Plum Valley.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. The Minister Fuller, the chief of staff is his friend. I hope you love him
I met Fuller in Bon County. We were friends there. And these issues, he asked me one where the issue said, why do you always call the army militia? And I tried to tell him that's how they've been treated.
Hello. Let's hear you.
Hello,
Hello. Welcome. Let's hear you.
this is William F. Cabo. I'm calling from Palm County District 2.
All right. It's Jerry Collins district, right?
Yeah, Jerry Collins District. Thank you, brother.
Even though he's not represented for the district, is this man?
Our calling, you are talking about security. And these are some of the things that we were advocating for you to go in the house. And you were building a security booting program in District 2. So how is that security boot now? That's the question I just want to ask.
Okay. We'll answer that one.
you.
Yeah. That's 773-419-502. For the female line, 0773-978-564. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Yes, my name is Ruth. Ruth calling from Boston. But
Roof.
the issue, yeah.
Your roof, they reduce the monitor small.
Yeah, my concern has been due to what happened on the Banga Kanta highway with the police.
Okay.
You know, the highway patrol, I think they are there to protect life and property. So when it comes to the safety cars are passing along the way. But they will not do that. They will just be there and park the car and say, give me 150, 200, give me 500. My brother, I'm going to be on the...
That way you can see them doing it?
Yes, I'm going to begin on the corner. And I will record them one day and they will record it. I'm going to begin on the corner now.
Okay.
And no matter now, my code to the person is from over here to begin is 1,000. Which the gap price went down, right?
Yeah.
The guys are telling me because the police are along the way taking money from them every day so they check the ratio all the down or those gap price is down. Can you imagine, brother?
So did you record any like their interaction with the police?
No, not the police. They said because they written the rate they press on or those gap prices down and they record it. You will go and say 3 to 4 highway patrol car parking asking for 200, 300. So within that they will take it from the
So the other people pay for it. So next time you could travel anywhere you see such a thing, just record them slowly. They will not take your phone from you because the IG himself is against it. Even though I'm angry with him because they are not improve the lives of the people, but they are doing well as well to expose these people.
Yes, because I heard the main incident saying, oh, it was wrong, or those it was wrong, somewhere or the other. But he are carrying him to professional center and to and do all of those things. The other people would not know why he did that for, so they had to be prominent disgrace to know what to do is wrong. And then I said they to improve those people's lives.
Thank you, Ruth. Thank you. Ruth, thank you. Hello, welcome. You're the last, second to the last caller. Hello. Hello. Mama, hello.
Good morning.
Hello, welcome.
Hello?
Good afternoon, good evening.
Yeah, this is Thomas Kaju. I call from Johnsonville.
Thomas, let's go ahead. You're the last, second to the last caller.
Yeah, I just want to commend the studio guest that in studio for the IG statement that he used that what unfolding on the highway. He said that the IG was responsible, just like the bank. When you in the bank and terror is there and stole money, the bank don't tell anyone that they terror stole money because the customer were lost or confident in banking in that bank.
Yeah.
So I think it was right that what the man said to take them to the headquarters
yeah,
and charge them for whatsoever.
All right.
So
Thank you.
I want to commence the
Thank you. Let's see the last caller from here. Hello? Hello? Good afternoon. You sound like Hussein Keo. You're the last caller.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good afternoon to the guest.
Good afternoon.
My name is Hussein Keo.
30 seconds, Hussein, no time.
Yeah, quickly. So I want to appreciate him for his independent opinions about the workings of different governments. But I want to say this to you, Chief. This government is key to upholding the rule of law. This is why on the arrest agenda you have the rule of law. And I have been texted, government have gone to court and lost case to private citizens. So that tells you that the government is a very key in upholding the rule of law. And President Baka is on the path of development.
So where is it coming from now? What are you trying to say? What do we say about the rule of law here again?
Yeah, so I listened to the different analysis you were making, right?
But we exhausted our efforts on different topics, Hussein.
Yeah, okay.
That's me exhausted. So we don't have much time now. Let's go by our guests, man. That thing we discussed, I want protocol on it. Let's go back to Jerry College. Jerry, how do you close?
Well, I think let me appreciate all of the callers. They just supported me, my analysis and presentation on this big platform. Let me respond to my guys in Fulbright or in my district. They are not been doing good for themselves as people in the district. If you go over there, I build a depot there, concrete building.
Yeah, police depot.
Police depot. I build it there. The door, the window frame, everything is in Banga.
Mm-hmm.
And I only asked them to clean around the place. And my saying,
you mean the citizen?
The citizen. My saying, bring it down, let me kill cement there so we can finish it. They can't do it. And Jala, I will not take shovel. I'm talking about somebody whole house.
Mm.
I came here.
You build it or you renting it?
I build it.
Okay.
I sink it. Whole house. I got 2 cells. Male and female cell. 2 officers. Deputy and OPS office.
Mm-hmm.
With a very big charge of quarter. I came here, I told 101. 101 called Fasu in Banga. We drove, we went there. When somebody at police, I said, Fasu keep dragging the 400.
You mean the Banga police commander?
Commander. Every time I call him, he said, my man will go there. Even the man who making the door and other things, he makes place on. I talking to the police charge quarter. He promised to pay. He promised to pay and fix the door. The police there. Out now, Fasu yet to call me.
Yeah, Fasu Sherry, I know Fasu very well.
So I mean, the police had the whole entire process. This is not for politics.
So you are willing to turn it over to the government like forever and ever.
Forever, the number of property for the police. I want the police to be exact in that particular area, because when people, I think, long before the season, somebody kill his wife there. No police. That the community, policing members have to go there to go arrest. Tell me, how will live vulnerable like this in this country? When we want them, we want to help, they say no. I think the police, one should, be calling them. I think Fasu, how far are you going with the police station?
You mean 101, this calling 101?
They calling 101, Moluba. And I wanted to tell, RG Koma, but then every time you go there, people say call him, and when you call,
no answer.
No answer. So I wanted to tell him to make sure that depot be turned over to him under his administration to have a police in that community.
In Fulbright?
In Fulbright.
Okay.
In Fulbright.
How do we end, Mr. Colley? Colley?
Well, what I want to say is that I end on this note. The Spanish soldiers or the veteran community need to make their contribution in this arrest agenda. Today, the president yet to appoint the veteran director.
The Veteran Bureau Director.
The Veteran Bureau Director is not been appointed.
You want to go there?
No, I'm not going there because militarily we have a system. We carry on fighting. We told one member of the General and Special Staff to be the director of the Veteran Bureau.
I've been hearing the name of Larry Jala.
No, Larry Jala is the chairman of the veteran community.
Okay.
Also, we're talking about Thomas Plateau. And we heard something. It's important. People who stole our veteran bureau material. We wrote and informed the defense minister, General George, for her to investigate the people. We had the information that this coming Armed Forces Day, she want to honor those people for carrying on criminal act. I don't know.
Okay.
So we end on that note.
Hope that would not be true.
We want the director for the Veteran Bureau. God bless you. God bless the state.
Jerry Kolleh, retired Captain Jerry Kolleh of the Armed Forces of Liberia. Bringing us to the end of the show with Toga George, who is watching from Bangabong County. Don't forget to play the cash giveaway on *799#. OK, slide number 8 for Voice of Liberia. Play with just 100 LD and get 4,000 Liberian dollars. My name is Jala Griffith. I'm the Nation 70J. Leave you in the hands of George Wade, who takes it off to the evening hours and puts more money into your pocket. Have a good day.
It come welcome to your life. Together, speak your peace. What's in you that we will build our nation? Ever, Liberia, ever, stay safe. Whatever.